And so, again, it is my pleasure as always to work here and to work with these fine students and to see them reach their goals. With that, without further ado, because I know it's really warm in here, and we're going to move this along, I want to introduce you our principal, Mr. Mike Mahal.
Thank you. We will move quickly today, I believe. I just want to say it is a real privilege to work in this district and in this school, which I've been here a long time. It's really part of my life. And these students. And I also want to honor guests. I want to make sure we recognize our parents. We worked with you for some of you a long time, and together, and you're the reason that these students have been successful and made that way. So thank you, parents. I'm often said to people that this is at the end of the year. It's a great day and graduate these students is our goal, and it's a day that I'd actually work for free, but with Dr. Jacoba sitting here, I don't want to get any ideas. So we're gonna pay me today. Well, here we go. By the power vested in me by the state of Minnesota and the Board of Education of South Washington County Schools, I hereby certify that these students, now graduates, have done all the rigor, all the testing, all the requirements, and are eligible to receive their high school diplomas here in a minute. So congratulations. Our tradition here at the South Washington High School is that each graduate chooses a staff person to be part of the presentation of the diploma to speak for them. So we're going to get started with that. Our first speaker is Marion Williams, our counselor, and I'll turn over to Marion.
So we're going to start with Ms. Chloe Carlson. Chloe, come on up here, buddy. All right, I'd like to introduce you to Chloe Carlson. Chloe came to us about a year and a half ago, and Chloe, it's been such a pleasure to get to know you. I would describe you, Chloe, as an intelligent young woman who brings life into a room. She did not bring life into a room. You are one of those students that just make me smile. Your positive personality will serve you well in the future. Chloe, I know that high school has not been easy for you. You have had to share personal challenges that require you to pay attention throughout your life. But what we can learn from you, Chloe, is that if we own them and address them, they can be managed. Personal challenges may never go away, but they can be managed. Keep on keeping on, Chloe, because as they say, you got this. I asked Chloe what advice she'd give to other students, and in her 18 years of developed wisdom, she said, always work to your potential, don't put things off, and most importantly, don't let things get in the way that really don't matter. I like that one. Chloe's plans are to continue what she started in the cosmetology program at Century, and then work on the general requirements in college. Congratulations, Chloe. Job well done. Our next speaker, yes, we'll talk a little. Our next speaker is Marty Bush, who's our lead teacher here in the building.
Okay, I'm honored to introduce John Krause. John, come on up. Okay, so John came to us about halfway through trimester one. What impresses me most about John is that he's genuine. There's nothing fake about John, no front that he puts on to impress anyone. He is who he is, and he has a great sense of humor, and he gets along well with everyone. He's a good worker, he always takes care of his business, and I actually think John doesn't fully comprehend all the career choices that he would be successful in. He's a very loyal, loving son to his parents, Bob and Cheryl. He's just a good guy, trustworthy and fun. He's currently working at Red Sabols, where he plans on continuing. I hope that someday he's going to further his education. He's got a lot on the ball. I'm very proud to introduce and congratulate John Krause. And now our next speaker is our Queen of English, our English teacher, Katie Harmon.
I'm going to first be speaking for Juliana. Come on over. I'm very excited to be up here with Juliana today. She's been with us for 2 years now, and I still remember open house 2 years ago when she first came with her family. It was evident at that time that they were a very close family and that she is especially close to her sisters and her niece. I remember how disappointed Juliana was when we first sat down and talked about her union count, and we looked at how much she had left to do in high school. She realized she still had about a year and a half to go. So thinking about where she was when she started with us and where we are today, I'm so incredibly proud of her. Although she was disappointed in the amount of credits needed, Julie hunkered right in and was a great student. She was continually engaged in class, contributed her thoughts always, and was kind to her classmates. One of my favorite memories of Juliana is when she was late coming back from lunch one day, and I was hitting on her about not missing classes. And her response was that she was not going to throw away her education for a longer lunch period. She was engaged in our school community, attending adventure club activities and participating in advisory competitions. During her time with us, she also participated in 916 classes related to the health sciences. As she moves on to her next adventure, Julie plans to attend school for nursing. Her kindness, thoughtfulness, and dedication will take her far as she works with patients in the healthcare field. Julie, I'm so proud of you. Congratulations. Andrea is my self-proclaimed soul sister. I'm not really sure when that nickname started, and I tried to fight it for a little while, but eventually I gave in. That's one thing we all know about Andrea, is that she is persistent, and when she puts her mind to something, she's going to make everybody else agree with her. So I just went with it. Another thing that everybody knows about Andrea is that she is a talker. We are used to hearing all about what's going on in her life. The good, the bad, the humorous, and the inappropriate. Because this world does not have much of a filter. She also talked a lot about her family, including how thankful she is for her mother and their relationship. We bonded over what was happening in her life, and specifically her time at the dance studio. We both grew up dancing and have shared videos and stories of our favorite dances with each other. Andrea was always very concerned with her graduation plans. There were days when she was stressed, when she fell behind, and she didn't think she was going to be able to catch up. And there were days when she celebrated her accomplishments. This is a day to celebrate. Andrea plans to attend Inver Hills in the fall to begin working on her generals. She would eventually like to enter the law enforcement field as maybe a lawyer or a police officer. She is hoping that she won't have to use any higher level math skills in these careers, but knows that she can come back to Nicole for help if she needs to divide polynomials or factoring. Soul sister, as you enter the next adventure, dream big, work hard, and know your self-worth. Congratulations.
Okay, don't make me cry. All right, the first person I would like to introduce to you is Karina Harlan. Every morning I greet students at the door, and have for many years. And Karina was always the one off the bus with a smile that would never quit. She is bright, articulate, kind, and has great common sense. She has a way with her that if a student is upset about something, they can talk to her, and the individual then thinks over the situation and calms down. Karina also has an infectious laugh. Whenever there was a joke in class, appropriate joke in class, she would laugh and laugh and laugh, and would whisper funny anecdotes. What a great, great gift to have, Karina. Karina loves to work with children, and she's actually volunteered at the Early Childhood Program while she was a student here at Alternative High School. She plans on attending college to become a preschool teacher, and with all of her assets, I know she will be an amazing teacher. Congrats, Karina. Good luck to you. Next graduate I would like to introduce to you is Brandon Hamburger. I first met Brandon when he became a student in my American History Credit Recovery class. He seemed to really like history and liked to participate in class discussions. Brandon worked on English and social in our Plato program, and I don't think this was quite a favorite of his. If he would tell you, he would say, no, not even close. His quick wit and sense of humor truly got him through those classes, and instead of becoming frustrated, he worked hard and he completed the classes. I also want to mention that just a minute ago, he handed me a huge, huge bag of mints because I'm the mint lady and everybody comes into my class for mints. So thank you. Appreciate it. Brandon is amazing with technology. He has plans to attend college for computers, and I'm sure whatever he chooses in that field, what area, he will do a great job. If I was going to still be here, I would say, please come back and help me. I need a lot of tutoring. Congratulations, Brandon. Next graduate I'd like to introduce to you is Lindsay Huska. Lindsay has been with us at the Alternative High School for the past 4 years. She is truly a remarkable young lady who not only works hard at school but also takes care of her sweet son. Along the way, she has brought a positive attitude, a great sense of humor, and has a very outgoing personality. Lindsay is the type of student who teachers love to have in class because she likes to discuss daily issues and she adds humor to any topic. She is one who volunteers to help others, and she works on our building community service projects every year. Next year, Lindsay plans on working and attending Inver Hills in the Human Services field. She'd like to become a paraprofessional first and then work on getting her degree in early childhood to become a preschool teacher. I am so proud of you, Lindsay, not only for graduating today, but also for your diligent attitude and striving to be a hardworking student and being the absolute best mom to your son. Good luck, Lindsay, and we will all truly miss you. The next graduate I'd like to introduce you to is Jamie Lansman. Okay, where's your brother? Jamie. I feel very, very fortunate to have the honor to introduce to you Jamie Lansman, who is a student in my class, especially this past 7th hour. Jamie is bright, she's articulate, and very, very kind. She is very amiable young lady who participates in class discussions and is extremely artistic. Jamie is very quiet, but she has earned the respect of peers and staff for her positive and upbeat attitude. Jamie has a smile and a kind word to say about everyone, and that upbeat attitude says a lot about Jamie. Jamie wrote a paper about a person who she thought was a successful person. Jamie wrote about her aunt because she owned her own salon. Jamie will be getting her license in cosmetology and wants to one day own her own business like her aunt. Please sign me up. I need help. Knowing you, Jamie, I would say that you will accomplish that goal and so many more goals in your life. Congrats, Jamie. Yes. The next graduate speaking for is Jackson Steve. Jackson is smart, he's fun. In a class, I like his dry wit and his quick sense of humor. Jackson was a student in my political science class and really got into our discussions about choosing political candidates. It was really great to see him really get excited and opinionated about the candidates. Matter of fact, sometimes very opinionated about the candidates. Jackson is a family guy. He likes being with his little brother, his mom, and his aunts. And let me tell you, Jackson, you'll never regret spending time with your family. Jackson would like to go to college for business administration, and he also likes to work with cars. So whatever you choose, Jackson, I know you'll be successful. You're an amazing young man with so much potential. Use that potential, and good things will happen. Good luck to you. Next graduate I'd like to introduce you to is Abby Rasmussen. Okay, she's not shy, you can tell. Abby is a young woman who seems to have fun no matter what class she's in. She always makes class interesting. She is also known as the queen of procrastination. Abby is one person who needs a deadline for things to be completed. Somehow she always gets her work done. Remarkable. Abby is also a person who likes to state her opinion and does not state her opinion shyly. Abby is outgoing, has a bubbly personality. She has many friends at school and enjoys being with her friends. Abby is currently employed and she works full-time. She would like to continue working and complete her generals in college. Abby is interested in becoming an ultrasound technician or possibly majoring in marine biology. I know whatever field she pursues in college, she will do well. Good luck, Abby. Best of luck to you in your future. Next graduate I'd like to introduce you to is Jake Kowalski. What a kind, friendly, caring, and nice young man we have standing before us today. Jake Kowalski is a student who dedicates himself to completing his work and discussing current issues at the same time. He has a real art for completing work and still talking all the time. Jake has that down pat. Jake also likes to have fun and he likes to laugh. With tough times in your life, his sense of humor goes a long way. Never lose your sense of humor. Jake is currently working at Carmine's in Woodbury, and as I'm told, he's an outstanding worker, and they've been promoting him through the ranks. People rave about his outgoing personality and his willingness to work hard. Wonderful skills you have for your current employment and your future employment. Jake has talked about going to college or a technical program for graphic design and currently works for his uncle in that field. I wish you all the success in the world, Jake. You will be so missed. Congrats to you and best of luck to you in the future. The next graduate I'd like to introduce you to is Alex Thompson. Alex just started at the Alternative High School. He is relatively new this year to our building, but Alex has made the school year fun. This past trimester, by being in my political science class, he was a blast. You see, Alex loves politics. He adds so much to our discussions in class. He even works for a presidential candidate's campaign. That is a political science teacher's dream come true. Alex is very bright and very funny. He has a quick wit and a wonderful sense of humor. And that will be the thought in life. Next year, Alex will be attending Hamlin College and pursuing a degree in economics. He's also interested in getting his law degree or MBA after college because he would like to run for political office one day. I truly hope you do, Alex, because you would be a very worthy candidate. Congrats, Alex, and best of luck to you. I'd like to introduce our next teacher, the Queen of Science, Linnea Colasar.
This girl's face is probably getting red because she's so shy. I have the honor of introducing graduate Nicole Wolfmer. Nicole has been with us for most of this year and is a great addition to our SLAS family. In addition to being always pleasant and respectful, this girl does superb work. When she brought projects and such with other students, she was an excellent team player. In fact, her and John Crump over there worked wonderful together. Not John Crump, John. This is typical of me, so. Although there were some personal crises for her right here at the end of the year, she pulled through and she kept at it and she graduated. Nicole is very shy, as I said before, and I don't think I heard her say a word for the first month. But don't let that make you think she won't express her opinion when it's important to her. The students describe her as sweet and caring. She will be greatly missed by us all. Nicole is presently working at Little Caesars and is in line to be assistant manager. She hopes to get a cosmetology license and then move on to Century College. I introduce to you graduate Nicole Wolfmer. Now for the real John Crumb, not John Krause. He's our social studies teacher that teaches economics and some others.
and intends to continue to work there to gain managerial and customer service experience while she prepares for her next step. In the fall, Maddie is looking to attend Century College. This step is especially important because when Maddie first arrived here at the Alternative High School, she had no post-secondary intentions. Maddie is undecided on a major, but she intends to do something in social services so that she can help others and leave a lasting and positive impact on their lives. The type of person that Maddie is explains her interest in helping others. She's a caring, passionate young lady who speaks from the heart, stands up for what she feels is right, and doesn't use words. She values lifelong friendships like that of her best friend, Maddie Harris. Maddie would also like to thank all of our teachers at the Alternative High School for being so patient and amazing with the students here, even when they are being difficult. She would also like to thank Mr. Herrick for his compassion and support during her time at Woodbury High School, especially for his motivational post-its when she needed to move. Finally, she would like to thank her mother for her love and support. Please join me in congratulating my mother. The next graduate I will be introducing is Amy Mueller. I feel very blessed to be able to speak for someone like Amy Mueller on her graduation. Indy has made my first year at the Alternative High School very interesting, rewarding, and honestly, she has kept me on my toes. Indy likes to play pranks. That is her true nature. Indy is playful, creative, and always remains true to herself. These qualities, Indy, are what I expect you to hold on to at your age. Indy is also caring. That is why she intends to work with animals. After high school, she would like to begin work at a dog daycare and eventually get an apartment with a girlfriend. Indy is also an artist, and she would like to thank her teachers, Jill, Paula, and Martin, for always recognizing and supporting her art. Indy would also like to thank her mom for supporting her through her high school career. Her girlfriend for always being there for her struggles, and her friends for always sticking by her, even when she made mistakes. It will be different here without you, but I know you have great things ahead of you, and you have to get to it. But before you go, I'd like to mention that Indy is a little bit of a prankster, and I'd like to take this opportunity to thank her for the lifetime supply of hot sauce that she has left on my desk, on my chair, and in my computer bag over the course of this school year. I also like to thank her for the balloons that ended up all over my room today. Randomly looking up in the closet, it's scary. But I'm sure all the hot sauce will keep the teachers on stock for years to come, so that so thank you for a great trip. Now please join me in congratulating you. Next up, we will have one of our science teachers.
All right, I would like to introduce Katie Stephen Holiday. All right, so Katie came to us during the middle of second trimester. She was in both of my environmental science classes. Now, just to put this in perspective, you guys, environmental science starts promptly at 9:03. An hour in the morning when most of us have been up at it for at least 2 to 3 hours. Unfortunately for Katie, this is a little too early. It's not that she seemed groggy or out of sorts. She just hadn't finished connecting with everyone for the day. So, she and I had different ideas about how second hour should go. She would insist that she could get updates from her friends and check out hot deals on the internet on this summer's latest fashion trends. This went on for quite some time. I would hold my ground and remind her that there's a time and place for everything. and second-order science is not the time to be concerned about the latest fashion trends at Lululemon. Now this would lead some back and forth debates, where she would say, Brad, got my work done. Then I would ask her a question about the discussion that we had. And she would put on a wry smile like this, and attempt to answer the question. And not necessarily get it outright wrong, but be somewhere in the ballpark, but just not a complete. Then she would realize that maybe she not only do her work, but do her online shopping later. We finally met somewhere in the middle, and since then we've been able, at least in my estimation, to get her to this point in life, standing before you with a diploma in her hand. So with that said, to be totally honest, I was a little shocked that she had a speech of the speaker. But since I'm your favorite teacher, it all makes sense, right? Over the past two trimesters, I've come to enjoy Katie's sense of humor. After our truth, she would sit next to my desk and we'd often joke back and forth. Her quick wit became something that I've come to enjoy. With a little more help, maybe she can improve on her rose and business. Along with her sense of humor, I really enjoyed watching her competitive nature. The environmental science class students complete a number of engineering challenges, from creating water filtration systems, right, to building air turbines. The one challenge that Katie took full control of and beat the rest of the students was her toothpick bridge. Her bridge compared with others was like night and day. One group built one. I can only imagine used as a dock, not to name their names, and the other one required 2 shots and struts for each passage on such a bridge. But Katie's bridge would have made some of the world's best civil engineers. I was so impressed that I decided to keep her bridge as an example for future classes. So the career elsewhere fails, maybe you become a civil engineer. After today, Katie said that she would like to take some time off of school. After a little break, she plans to resume her EMT training at Century College. With her quick wit and problem-solving skills, she would make a great EMT. I know that her patients will all be in good hands. With that said, I'd like to wish you nothing but the best as you move forward and leave you with a little advice from Dr. Seuss. From there to here, from here to there, funny things are everywhere. You are like Katie and find your winner. Congratulations. My next student is one Joe Leonardson. All right, Joe came to us from Park High School this past year. I had the joy of having him in my physical science class. So as a senior, stuck in a class with some underclassmen, it can be a bit of a breeze for individuals like Joe. But he had to get it done, or to be good, right? So when I think of Joe, the first thing that comes to mind is his willingness to help others around him. His altruistic nature was most evident when it came to solving some of the more difficult math problems, but would quickly end when it came to sharing the one and only comfy chair in the building. Often he would race into the room, pick up the chair over his head, carry it to his assigned location. If I wasn't completely awake at that time, I sure was after that point. Another area where Joe shined was when it came to class activities or labs. He always showed initiative and would get his group going. He was a real leader for his group. For example, when it's time to build an electromagnetic fishing pole, he threw nearly every role for his group. And although his fishing pole did not work, he quickly tried fixing it so he could get another attempt at getting steel fish on the side. Along with his innovative and helpful nature, I've come to admire his trustworthiness and reliability. He was always on time and did his daily work in an efficient manner. Oftentimes, he would have his work done before other students would even get started. It was during his downtime that he wowed us with his knowledge of Star Wars. I don't consider myself to be a true aficionado of Star Wars, but I've seen the movies, including the latest installment, and if you haven't seen it, you probably should, right? So after talking with him and hearing his thoughts on the series, I do plan on watching the original trilogy. I only wish that my mother had this little Star Wars movies. Probably doing a lot of money. So along with his hours, Joe has a strong commitment to our nation's armed forces. After graduation, he has joined the National Guard. I'm sure that his leadership and trustworthiness will be a true asset to the Guard. Due to his love of Star Wars, I got the following quote from Yoda. Would be appropriate. Do or do not. There is no try. We need another two. For you, I don't think there could be a better choice. Good luck, Joe. Right, the next student I would like to introduce to you is Sarah Thorpe. All right, great. Sarah came to us from Park High School. I had the pleasure of having Sarah in all of my science classes over the past few years. In every class, she took a serious interest in whatever we were covering. She's a very thoughtful person who would generate a lot of great questions at the end of our discussion. So when I think of Sarah, these words often come to mind. She's patient, respectful, and hardworking. Sarah's patience was never more evident to me this year, when as a senior she did study up one of her physical science classes. In this class, she was stuck with a lot of freshmen and would take it upon herself to just go with the flow and help some of the younger classes. The respect of nature was something that was always present, not just in my class. I'm sure that every one of us teachers would agree that if we had a classroom full of Sarahs, places we could go. For me, the son of a hardworking father, I have the utmost respect and admiration for the people who have created the country. Everyone loves to see the people who not only pull their own weight, but also carry the load of others. They are the tireless, selfless people that become leaders. Sarah would have come from that class. Never forget that. One of the things that I remember the most about Sarah over the past couple of years is her interest in protecting the environment. Last year, she took environmental science. In this class, students would need to write current events as makeup work for days that they missed. For reasons that were mostly beyond her control, Sarah would need to write a lot of these current events. She became my go-to source for keeping up-to-date on the latest threats to our environment. Often I would use her reports as discussion points for the next class. I just want to thank you for writing my reports. Now that Sarah is done with high school, she plans to take some time off of school and spend some quality time with her daughter. After her time off, she wants to go back to school to study science. Yay. She thinks either something related to biology or conservation. She did mention that she most definitely will not do physics. Is that correct? I hope that just like so Sarah, I thought this quote maybe the greatest scientist of all time is appropriate for you. Einstein, he said, "Remember today, for it is the beginning of all this. Today marks the start of a great new future filled with all your dreams and goals. Think truly to your future and make those dreams come true." Congrats, Sarah, on finishing high school. It's truly been a pleasure. Student of ours, I'd like to introduce is one Brendan Jones. All right, Brendan came to us 2 years ago from our high school. When I think of Brendan, I think of his reliability and persistence. Brendan may be the only student that we have ever had at Walter High School that never, ever got a partial. He always finished every class that he started, which made my job as an advisory teacher extremely easy. Typically at English trimesters, the job of the advisory teacher is to schedule conferences to address concerns about the progress that students are making towards graduation. With Brendan, there was never a need to have such conferences. because he always got it done. He has been always reliable for the past 2 years. I'm looking at his family right now, and I don't recognize him as the right so long. Another thing that I've enjoyed about Brendan is his humor. For example, at the beginning of this past trimester, or past year, we all made our predictions about the upcoming football season. Or the Vikings, of course. Most students were optimistic about the season, but in typical Brendan East, he said, and I quote, "I think that I really don't care about football. If I had to choose, 0-16. Ever the optimist. For those that don't know Brendan, he really enjoys traveling to North Dakota, where he works with his family and farm equipment. He gets into a little fishing. I've heard many of his fishing excursions with pike. He says that his biggest pike tipped the scales at 6.5 pounds and had a length of 28 inches. So not a true trophy like that, Brendan. But keep fishing. Maybe you'll get a fish bigger than the ones I've got. All right. Brendan hopes to someday become a mechanic, skydive, cliff dive, race rally cars, bungee jump, and flying squirrel skydive. That's what I'm not so sure about. People flying squirrel skydive. Last week I asked Brendan to fill out a short questionnaire about his experience here. I'd like to share some of his responses. When asked what advice he would give to incoming students, he said, "Just do your work." When asked about his post-graduation plans, he said, "I don't know, I just go with it." When asked to generate a quote to describe himself, he said, "Welcome to life. Have a nice day." Short and to the point. I agree, 100%. Congratulations. Joe Reed came to the Altura High School in the middle of last year. Right away, he was a hard guy to read. But as he warmed the staff and students here, he became a rock star. Everyone knows Joe Reed. One of the qualities that I admire about Joe is his ingenuity. As I mentioned before, students in my science classes are involved in engineering challenges. In every single challenge, Joe was a leader of his group. Not only did he work harder than the rest of his group members, but his problem-solving skills and creativity were second to none. Joe also took an interest in conservation. Students in environmental science class researched about endangered species. Joe did research on the African elephant. His paper reads like a typical endangered species paper, with the doom and gloom interesting for each species. As most of you know, the elephants are shot and killed with their ivory tusks. So there is obviously an effort to curtail such culture. So in what is so typical of Joe Reed, he writes down at the end of his paragraph, when they do catch poachers, they not only arrest them, they take all their poached ivory and burn it. Kind of like a big screw you to try to deter other poachers. I've always been fond of Joe's take on important matters. He really brings insight to the tough issues that plague us each and every day. He is one of the best thinkers I have had the privilege of teaching. There are a lot of great qualities that describe Joe. He's patient, he's respectful, persistent, intelligent, but the most endearing quality is his ability to help others. In my science class, Joe was always finished before the rest of the students. And instead of sitting back and playing on a phone, he would take the time to help all the people around him. He never gave the students the answers either. He would ask them guiding questions, just like a teacher would. But his classmates could figure out the answer on their own. I know this might not be what you're thinking about right now, Joe, but I think he would make a great teacher. Which is why I thought this quote would really describe to you. The best teachers are those that show you where to look, but don't tell you what to see. So often I would witness Joe doing just that in class, being a teacher and helping On a personal note, Joe is a big sports fan. I'm particularly really enjoys the Vikings. Probably on the same scale, my love for the local hockey team. Hopefully we'll see both of them there and Joe in the Stanley Cup. When I last spoke with Joe, he was uncertain about his plans for the future. I have no doubt that when he makes up his mind, he will be a huge success. Congratulations, Joe. All right, I have the pleasure of introducing our math queen, Nicole Mills.
I don't know about Queen, but Tina Marie Conrad come up here, please. I have the pleasure of introducing Miss Tina Conrad, or Tina more commonly known around here. She's been a wonderful student this last month. We've had our ups and downs getting there, but it came through in the end. Don't let her smile fool you. She often pushed things off until the very last minute before they needed to be done. And every time she did, I would tell her, "You're stressing me out, Tina. I want to see you graduated." And every time I told her that, she just kept saying, "I got it, I got it, I got it." Well, she proved to me and to every one of her teachers that she does have it. She worked incredibly hard these last 2 months to be standing up here with me. She worked so hard that I think she might have single-handedly won the credit completion contest we got this year for her advisory. I have had the pleasure of watching her grow into a wonderful person over the last few years. I think that she will do wonderful things during her lifetime. Her plans for after high school include going to college for photography. Her love for photography really shows through her pictures. Whether it's people or animals, her passion shines bright. I wish you the best of luck, Tina. Enjoy college and continue to enjoy and embrace your life. Our next speaker will be Dan Brzeski, our facts and admin coordinator.
Sarah, Roby, it's your turn.
Come on up.
I was chosen to speak for Sierra. She was a member of my advisory and was in pretty much every class that I taught. Her story is one of being a quiet, shy girl who gradually found her comfort zone and came into her own while at the alternative high school. Sierra started with us during the second trimester of her junior year. As I mentioned before, she was the quiet and shy one during the year. I don't think she actually spoke more than 10 words in my advisory during her junior year. Once Sierra became a senior, she started to come into her own. She started sharing more, speaking up in class, and giving her opinion. During the first few months of meeting Sierra, I thought I didn't know her very well. As her senior year progressed, I noticed the true Sierra coming out of her shell, and what I found was that she's truly a good person. She's thoughtful, caring, funny, sometimes a little goofy, and has shown to be a true friend to all those around her. What I will remember about Sierra is her willingness to go along with my silly advisory plans, whether it was doing my hair like Guy Fieri or laughing hysterically at Pinterest fails. Thank you. I'll always remember that when you filled it. Okay. Sierra's plan for the coming year is to continue to work and explore options for future careers. In true advisor fashion, I feel as though I need to leave you with some advice. You get to create your own future. Write your own story and let your quiet nature help others find a home in their lives. Thank you for having the courage to keep trying, to keep learning, and to keep showing us who we truly are. We are all better people because of it. Congratulations.
we've come to the end. I'm the last speaker, so I have no fear. Tyler, come on down, come on down. Alright, as you can see, when he came into class, I was kind of wondering about this one. I was like, is this guy gonna care? Is he gonna work? Is he gonna argue? Is he gonna be a jerk? As the days went on, I discovered you were engaged. Women to discuss and had some great experiences to bring into class. As time went on, I learned you had interest in music, people, and were focused on getting your education completed and growing as a person. You were the man who would read in class, discuss, and interact, and share the skills that you have in life. You were thoughtful and look out for others in life and in class. In Tyler's future, he plans to work on his college education at St. Paul. He has mentioned that he wants to start in the fall and look forward to getting his education further. He has goals to join the Pipefitters Union and would be a hands-on member of society. I think this job will fit you well. You have drive to do well, drive to be good at what you do, and would care about the people that you work with. He also wants to get his license, go on this summer, get that first car, get that whipper. I hope you realize that a car is important, but making good choices about your life direction is also valuable. So get that car, but worry about working hard and committing to your future, because that's what it's all about. I think all of these goals are good. We will lead you down the path of success. I don't see you giving up on what you want, and that is something that you will need to remember because there are a lot of distractions in life. I know you want to get that degree and earn that job so you can move out. I'm sure your mind's excited, but slightly worried about you moving out, but like the rest of us, she knows you can do it. While you are living on your own, make sure you do 3 things. Clean yourself, clean your dishes, otherwise they'll stink, and accept people for who they are, even if you don't like it or what they do. Because most likely, people will feel the same way about you. So just take it easy there. Responsibility is about to be your worst nightmare, Tyler, but I know you can handle it. Also, make sure to stay positive, work hard, and you'll get what you want. Also, Tyler, I hope you have a killer graduation party so you can get a good start on that car fund. My advice is simple and to the point for your future, Tyler. Have fun when you can, love when you can, and work hard all the time, and good things will follow. All right, next one, Jared. Come on down. Come on down. All right, so Jared. When I first saw Jared, he kind of stood out because of his height and his hair color. He sat down in class and didn't seem to interact much with other students, but over time, that changed. He came in very quiet, didn't bother anyone, didn't seem to want to be bothered by anyone else. He would always have his eyes averted as I looked for volunteers in class for reading and answering questions. In his written responses, however, he showed that he was intelligent and could very easily analyze a problem. As time went on, I started to discover that work and money and life outside of school were more of a focus than school. I would ask him, what was happening? What did you do last night? He would respond with some comment about working late and having long hours and segue into a discussion about how he raced some person on 494. Or he would discuss how he laughed at some nerd on the highway who looked to be driving erratically, and he followed the guy and messed with him. He even told me a story when he got chased by someone on the road, and I was starting to wonder if Jared was going to disappear one day. He would talk in the hallways with his buddies about how they were doing this and that to their cars and how it was going to be sick when it was done. As he had these conversations, I would slip in a comment about finishing up school, and he would look at me and be like, I will, John, don't worry. I would say, okay, Jared, and try to prod him about coming to school more often and see if we got some makeup work done. As the days went on, Jared came and went, and I thought he might lose interest in just makeup work. However, to report that he got his education taken care of. He showed real determination at the end throughout his years at the AHS. He knew he needed to graduate, and he finally decided to make that effort happen. I respect him as a man and as a student because he just took time and a good amount of effort to get it done. The skills that he used to finish high school, he can use in his life, and you should use them.
You are smart and you can have, you're smart and can be motivated when you want to be. I want you to be motivated every day from here on out. Imagine what you can do here. Anything. As for life after high school, Jared plans to work full-time at FedEx, which he currently does. He plans on continuing to earn money to pay for some of that community college credits. And you showed interest in a degree in being a conservation officer. I can see this fitting you well. You get to be alone, you get to drive vehicles, and you get to drive them fast. Overall, I think that you're probably one of the best words you can come across. So use your calm demeanor and good heart, and let that get you places and earn you what you want. Jared, honestly, you're the man. Jeff came to the AHS with a lot of work to do. Jeff sauntered into my class wearing that black from head to toe, as you see right now. He looked like he was a heavy metal music wearing, or he was wearing a heavy metal music shirt, had some band on it, and a stocking cap that I still don't think he's taken off. He sat down and looked around, then started to size up the classroom and the people in it. As I started the class the first week, he was fairly quiet and deliberate. As the weeks went on, I discovered an intelligent, opinionated, and ready to prove his point type of guy. He wasn't mean about his ideas, but he was sure of his ideas in the way that he thought. He was an excellent character to have in class due to his way of thinking. He would generally offer a more pessimistic view of the situation, and that would force others to rely and prove their own ideas. I'm not saying that Jeff is a Debbie Downer, but I am saying he's a realist. He believes in being honest and not mincing words, and with that attitude in mind, Jeff, I think you'll get what you want from life. As time went on, I learned that Jeff had his love for music. He loves music so much that he was ready to sacrifice his body for the development of those skills. He's got like a messed up wrist, is what I'm trying to say, but he's playing guitar constantly, all the time. I'm very jealous of his determination in this regard. I sometimes thought that I would like to have seen Jeff put more effort into his schoolwork, but I knew he could focus when he wanted to because of his guitar playing. In class, he would be there for days, or he wouldn't be there for days at a time, and the next thing you know, there he would be, getting stuff done. Jeff is a person who does what he wants, when he wants, why he wants. This is a good and bad as I've seen Jeff grow. I've seen him start to understand that he has to work with people in order to get things done that he wants. I know that Jeff still lives how he wants, but I do think that he has grown in life here at the AHS. After high school, he plans to attend music college here in Minnesota. I believe he would like to attend McNally Smith College here in St. Paul, and will most likely focus on music production and performance. I think this fits Jeff perfectly, and with enough focus, I can see Jeff being incredibly successful regarding music, writing lyrics, or being behind the scenes. I think you have a good mind for music and the skill to place on this one. I would think going to college and moving out go hand in hand, and I wish you the best on the move. I think living with people can be fun, but don't think that it's going to be all peaches and cream, Jeff. I know you, Jeff, and I know that things will come up that you feel you must discuss. And I just want you to remember your roommates pay some rent as well. And you need them, so don't be a total jerk. Jeff plans on moving out in September. He considers moving out, or is considering moving to the Eagle area and renting with some buddies. He feels comfortable with the fact that there's plenty of work for him to find there, to pay his rent and have some fun. I know you will be a success, Jeff, no matter what you may decide, and that is no joke. You are a smart man with a sense of direction, and if you follow your heart and your head, you will be happy. If you ever need anything, Jeff, don't be afraid to ask. Medal for life. Shelby, that's what I would say to her every day. When you came into my class, I didn't see you, really, but I certainly heard you. You were involved in discussions early, you weren't afraid to speak your ideas or opinions. The skills of speaking your mind will suit you well in your life ahead. No one likes a pushover, and that's something that you definitely are not. Stay strong and know what you want to do and go and get it. I know that you have a very big heart and you are truly care for people. I just want you to know that you should never, ever lose that. Your heart can guide you to find what you're really looking for in life, and that is all that you really want. The social aspect of your life most likely will open up a lot of opportunity. Your adult life is now just starting. And I know you're scared, but really, truly, you should be excited. You should be excited because you will do well. This journey you've been on isn't easy, and I'd be a fool to say that it gets easier, because as an adult, you're going to have to earn it. My advice to you is think about yourself, trust yourself, learn from yourself, be yourself, and good things will follow. Shelby has discussed many topics of interest that seem to be that she's curious about. However, her curiosity hasn't allowed her to truly find what she really loves yet. She's been working with cosmetology in her 916 program, and is usually talking about hair structure, color, makeup applications, whatever. She has discussed the difference between gel and acrylic nails, different kinds of foundation, and the true way to curl your hair. I've had discussions, but have never really had to use any of her techniques, as you can tell. For me, these topics make little sense, but it's all right. I'll still talk with her. However, I can see that Shelby is starting to appreciate and enjoy what she is learning, and that is key for Shelby. She needs to be invested to truly get the best work out of her, and I think she's finally starting to find that passion. Her plan after high school is to move out of the house and start standing on her own 2 feet. She plans to pursue her cosmetology lifestyle as she moves out. Obviously, she's going to need a job when she moves out, so her focus will be to make some money to pay some bills. Now here's my advice. Don't get caught up in getting that paycheck to paycheck job and paying your bills because you can slip into feeling stuck in that job. What you want to consider is how to start your education as soon as possible so that you can have the road to higher education. I say that totally understanding that there will be some good times and some bad times along the way, but how you cope with those ups and downs will determine your success. I know you can do anything you put your mind to, so just decide it and it will be yours. I just want you to know that don't let anyone stand in your way. The discussions we've had and the people that are in your life are important for support and love. Keep good people in your corner and support will help you through those tough times. Never give up and always keep trying to become a better and better Shelby. I'm so happy for you and wish you only the best in the years ahead. Don't be afraid to come back and give us an update on your life and the way things are going. You are a great success.
Before we dismiss the class, I just want to tell you that we do have a reception here with cake and punch, and we're going to be showing a slideshow. We're going to just let it run while you're having a reception here. So I'm going to ask the graduates all stand, please. And let's give them a final hand.